Hey, it's Nikki Michelle Sue from the Happiness Button. A client was saying to me, so if I'm a perfectionist and I like to stay on top of things, shouldn't I stay on top of things? It's my job description to stay on top of things, she said. And I went, yeah, it's true. You need to stay on top of things. That's right. But there are different ways to do that. So we walked through an exercise and I asked her the question of, well, when you're staying on top of things in the way that you're currently doing, what does that feel like? What do you notice about that? And she said to me, well, I'm nervous. There's anxiety, there's tension, there's joylessness and inefficiency and struggle. So I asked her a really interesting question. So she said to me, I need to be on top of things because it gives me a sense of control. And she also said to me, well, I get energy. And it's nervous energy, but it's energy I get from this. And also haste. And I used to think that was a good thing, she said to me, because I could give the impression that I could tackle anything. You know, it was a misconstrued sense of confidence. It was a sense of struggle, which she equated with, I'm achieving, I'm doing things, even though she kind of knew on an intellectual level that's not necessary. It gave her a sense of purpose as well, because it helped her feel like she was occupied. It helped her feel she was occupied, she was doing something. I was really interested. I said to her, okay, so my work here is not so that you don't stay on top of things. I want you to stay on top of things. That is an inherently good thing. But what's the opposite of staying on top of things in the way that you're currently doing? And we workshopped this a bit, and for her particular words that worked for her was being on top of things, but in a juicy way. What did this bring her? She had a sense of control, but in this new place, the sense of control she had was a calm control, where she's able. It's not anxious, it's mindful and aware. It's not frenetic, it's calmly confident. And yes, she had energy as well, but rather than the energy being nervous energy, it was measured. It was energy that she executed just as she needed it and required it. And she didn't put out more of that than she needed to. Rather than being in haste as she was in that old form of being in control, she told me, wow, when I'm on top of things in a juicy way, rather than haste, there's a calmness and a confidence. I'm skillful, I'm capable, and I'm actually more helpful to others. And kinder too, back in that old way, I was snapping at people sometimes and then feeling terrible about it afterwards. And she also felt, she said, confident that she has plenty of time to do what she needs to do, which is awesome. There's a sense of, I'm going to get this done, but it was calm and it was assured. There's a sense of self-assurance that came from that. And a sense of purpose as well that comes from other things. It wasn't just from doing things that gave her a sense of purpose. She was able to connect more with her broader sense of purpose. And rather than giving the impression that she could tackle anything like she had in that old place, she just tackled it. She dealt with it with aplomb, she said. It's my favorite word, she said, aplomb. Thumbs up, awesome. And rather than her being the doer, which is good for her ego, that didn't matter in this new place. It didn't matter how she was defined. What mattered for her was what she needs to do with life, with loving herself and just giving it her best. People say to me, so what, you don't want me to be a perfectionist anymore, but how will I be on top of things then? We'll still be on top of things. We'll just have much more fun with it. In addition to all the things I've shared with you about, what it's like for her being on top of things in a juicy way, she also said there's joy, there's calmness, there's serenity, there's efficiency, there's ease of movement, there's peace, not peas, tasty, but peace. There's healthfulness and confidence and drive. And at the same time, she's more alive, more spirited. She's still on top of things, but it's in a juicy way. I'm not saying to you, if you're a perfectionist, stop being on top of things, stop trying to get it right. What's at stake here is how you do that. Do you do that in a fun way, or do you do that in a perfectionist way? I'm Nikki Michelle Sue from the Happiness Button. Please post your questions and comments below. Let me know what you think of this.